On today's episode of Lindsay Makes Dumbass Parenting Moves and tells you how she recovers from them, I'm going to talk about the state fair. And I say dumbass parenting moves in the nicest way towards myself. You'll hear in the story, I just wasn't thinking, and this is going to bug me. I thought things were going to be okay, and then they weren't. And this is how I recovered. I have 3 kids. All of them have different sensory needs, including like myself and my husband. We decided to go to the state fair on a Friday night, which was probably a bad move, but it was the only night we could go. There were lots of cute teenagers having their fall romance at the state fair. There was just like a lot of freaking people, a lot. So we get there and we were going to eat dinner there because fair food, right? Well, I didn't think like maybe because we're eating late, I should give my kids a snack. I don't know. Or, I mean, they did have like a late snack, but I thought it was going to be fine. Anyway, we're hungry. We're overstimulated. We get into the fair and there's like 2 different live bands playing. So many people were trying to figure out what kid wants what food. And my son is like glued to my side. We go and sit down in this grassy area and my husband's going to go get drinks for everybody. And I can tell my son is starting to get like wildly overstimulated. He's like scanning for danger. He's whining. He's complaining. He's asking to go home. And he was sitting across from me. So what I did is as we were like, I could tell we were entering meltdown territory. I had him come sit by me at first. And then as it escalated more from there, I had him sit on my lap and I started rocking back and forth and singing along to the band. Now I couldn't get up and move to a quieter spot because our cell phones weren't working because there were so many damn people in the fair. They crashed a cell tower or something. And my other daughter had already said she was worried that we were going to get up and leave her while she went with dad to go get drinks. So we were kind of just like, okay, we need to ride this out. This is what we're going to do. So I sat an 80-pound 8-year-old on my lap, rocked back and forth and sang Toto. And you know what? He calmed down. Not all the way. He was still overstimulated, but that helped us kind of stay at that escalation level until my husband could get back and we could move to a quieter area. Now, if your child doesn't like to be touched, you can sit them next to you. You can also tap their shoulders. So at some points during this, I would tap his knees or shoulders, like left, then right, left, then right. This can be really calming if your child likes this. But if they don't like to be touched, you can just have them sit next to you. And I would say it's even okay to distract them with like playing I Spy or something like that if they'll feed into it in that moment. Now, I know this isn't going to work for every child, but I'm just sharing what worked for me yesterday to get me through. In my head, I was literally repeating to myself, stay calm, it's okay, stay calm, it's okay, stay calm, it's okay. Because I knew the more activated I got, the more activated he was going to get. I was also overstimulated and overwhelmed, and he was probably feeding off of that. And it was freaking loud. Like, what the hell was I thinking sitting right there? Anyway, we're going to get into situations with our neurodivergent kids that we don't always consider their sensory needs first, or we don't know the situation and we have to ride with it. And it was one of those things where my girls really wanted to go to the fair. My son had wanted to go and we had bought tickets until we got there. So we had to find a way to meet everyone's needs in the moment, and we ended up being able to do that. Now, I know it's not always going to work out perfectly. There were definitely bumps in the road, but